Everyone, welcome to our long-awaited groundbreaking. As some of you know,
Building 1 was.
no. That's right. That's right. In fact, how many people here are Building 1? Raise your hand. All right. Building 2. All right, got you beat. And anybody here from Building 3? Over here too. Yes. Well, the project had a lot of brains behind this, but I just want to do a quick shout out to Kevin Bunker, who I think started here in 2017 when he had a vision of this campus. Sister Mercy's mother house, built in 1906, was part of this whole, what we're seeing here on this campus. He's transformed the community center into something really, really cool for the neighborhood. Has transformed the mother house into 88 apartments, 66 affordable, 22 market rate, and now is building 160 condos around this site right here to form Stevens Square. So we built buildings 1 and buildings 2, and today we get to break ground for building 3 and offer it to another 28 families. So with that, I want to turn it over to Kevin so he can maybe chat a little bit about his endeavor and what he's done in here.
All right, so I am seeing, or are you emceeing? Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. I'll keep it brief because I know we're all a little cold and there's a couple other people who are going to speak, but this is a cool day. I remember we had the groundbreaking for Building 1. We had a very different mayor.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
So we got him.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I'm in front of a camera here. I got to be careful. But no, it was that one got started. It was built during the pandemic with everything that came along with that. Building 2 was a much smoother process, and Building 3 took a long time to get off the ground. Originally, this was going to be a 42-unit building. We moved the 42-unit building over there, made this one a 28-unit building. That actually helped unlock it, and then we went back and forth between whether or not we were going to build this building quite a few times, and we were close a lot of times, but couldn't quite get over the hump. And actually, what finally did get us over the hump, frankly, was bringing Optimum Construction, who's here, helped us get to the number we needed to get to so we could hold the price point, and so here we are. But yeah, this is a little bit of a labor of love for me. I was walking the campus, doing a campus tour earlier today with a national group that does development of senior living communities nationally, and I was showing them the amenities and stuff, and they said you should be really proud of what you've done here because it's the intergenerational thing that the market really wants. And that felt really good to hear because when you develop stuff in Maine, we get pretty insular, and you could be a medium-sized developer in Maine or a kind of a notable developer in Maine, but you go outside of Maine, there's so much else going on. There's so many ideas that are out there, so much energy that kind of filters up here eventually, but it doesn't happen in real time. And so it was really cool to hear that they saw the daycare and the theater and the health club with the pool and all the things that are here and the amenities that are present for the residents, and said this is what the market wants nationally. So I'm proud to have been a part of it. I'm proud to have come in and did what I said I was going to do. For those of you that were around at the beginning, there were 2 zone changes, both of which were appealed, both of which went through. There was a lot of concern that some developer would come in and build something that wasn't good for the community. Somebody thought I might build a hotel over in the community center, and just all kinds of stuff. And a lot of it is fear of the unknown, and that's okay, but none of that came to pass. I've tried to do what I said I would do, and it's one of the probably the 2 things I'm most proudest of as a developer is this one. And so I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad you all came out to see it. And we've got a couple more speakers today. I'm going to turn it over first to Mike Coyne, who's a principal architect for the project. He's going to talk a little bit about the building and some of the details that are going to be in it. And so I'd like to introduce Mike Coyne from Archetype.
Hey everybody, as Kevin said, I'm Mike Coyne with Archetype. I've gotten to be part of this journey with the Mother House building, so back to 2017. Yeah. I was actually tasked at the time to create the as-builds for it. So it's impressive to see kind of where we started, where we got to. And then over the years, I've moved up. David Lloyd, in working with Kevin, kind of initially established the vision for the project, and I was able to sort of take over as the partner of the firm managing this project now. So continuing that legacy and continuing to see these phases continue has been impressive. This phased approach is it's a very unique project for a couple different reasons. You know, we are off the peninsula here, but we're still grounded in some historic work with the mother house here. So it's allowed us to initially start with more of a historically sensitive design, and as we've continued down the process of each phase, we've gotten to transition to more of a contemporary and modern design. So being able to blend those design elements and context, it's a very unique experience that we don't often get to do. So you'll see a lot of the design elements as we continue to unload on the site. It all kind of speaks back to the historic nature of where the project started. Another unique element of this project, being a phase design, is we've really been able to create sort of a sense of unity and team through the project with the owners at Developers Collaborative, the team at Gardner Real Estate, and we've been able to learn as we go through each phase and be able to hear back from some of the residents that now call this space home. So we continue to adapt as we go to try to provide elements that the end users are really going to appreciate and want, which again is another unique experience. You know, typically projects are sort of a prototype of themselves, so this allows us to really engage with the community to provide an end result that hopefully they'll find themselves happy with. Turn it back to you, Kevin.
Sure. Okay, so the person you're all really here to hear from is not me and not Ed, but it's going to be Mayor Mark Dion. So Mark, I was talking to
This will be disappointing.
I was talking to Mark before the show here, and I saw him speak recently at an event celebrating the historic heritage of Portland, and I was just I'm pretty critical of speakers because when I want to, I'm a pretty good speaker. I don't mind admitting it. And but Mark is really, he's good. He's got a lot of cool things to say. He's a great leader for Portland, and I'm glad to have him here today, and I'm glad he's our mayor. So, Mayor Mark Dion.
That's a high bar he set. Good afternoon, everyone. I thought I was going to be late, but sometimes God works on your side and gets you somewhere on time. Look, I'm excited about this. I think it's a wonderful development. Kevin and his team, Ed and his team, Optimum Construction. It takes a lot of people to realize a great outcome. And I want to say this because it's often neglected. It is very hard to be a developer. It is very challenging to have a project that can pencil out and make sense financially, because if it doesn't work for them, it doesn't work for the people that are going to call this place home either. And I'll share a secret with you. I talk to a lot of people, maybe to their detriment, but everyone wants Deering Center. If I poll people in other parts of the city, this is the neighborhood that they hold up as the one they would like to see realized in their own part of Portland. The walkability, the sense of community, the access to the amenities that we call the center is real important to them. So this is a very unique, very admired part of Portland. And I think this adds to it. It's an anchor at this end of the center. It fits well with UNE and their goals for expansion and inviting the community into their spaces for other activities other than training future doctors and pharmacists. So I'm encouraged by this. Oftentimes people will say, we're not building anything, there are no homes, what's going on? Well, the truth is, we put out a lot of permits, and those are opportunities for people like Kevin and this collection of partners to realize their dream. It begins that way, I think. They have a dream of what's possible, and we put every hurdle we can think of in front of them. Yeah, I know. I'm working on that. That's my burden. But they overcome those hurdles because they're persistent. They not only believe in their dream, but they believe in your dreams to have a home where you want it to be. And this is a realization of that effort. So I want to thank Kevin. I want to thank Kennebec Savings for putting out the important part, which is the money. You got to have the money, even if it pencils out, to help us advance our idea and our vision for what Deering Center is going to be in the future. So all of you play a part in that. Let's wish him the best success today. Thank you.
One one of the cool things about being involved in this campus is, it's a mix of the planned and the organic. We obviously tried to plan very carefully the elements that needed to come together to make this a campus, but we tried to do it in a way that allowed for some improvisation. And so I think a woman over there with a dog behind the trailer now playing, but that's our sort of informal, impromptu dog park. And it's not condoned or licensed by Stevens Square, but it's a really cool place for dogs to hang out and play. And it just turns out we all kind of like dogs around here. So this has become a very dog-friendly campus. And we always had an empty theater over there. And we had a church in there during the pandemic, and we had some nibbles on it before the pandemic. But it had been empty for quite a few years, but we got good theater from Munjoy Hill last year, and the member list of good theater in their program, there's some pretty significant overlap between the residential list of people that live here, and it's a great amenity. The winter farmers market starts on Saturday, so if you're ready for that, come by. And I think we're going to do a little.
Before can I say something?
Go ahead, yeah. See, I told you.
Well, no. I'll be really brief. On a human side, I showed up for the grand opening of the theater a week early. And I was sitting there with all these plastic drapings. I go, this is an incredibly soft opening. And one of the workers asked who I was. Well, that kept me humble as well. And I told him I was here for the grand opening, and he went, "You're about a week early, pal." I go, "All right, I'll come back." The other thing, come here, Anna, a second. I just want to introduce, if you don't know her, Anna Bullitt. She's the district city councilor for this neighborhood, and she's one of my most trusted colleagues, and is very passionate about these issues as well. So you need to know her, because in the scheme of things, she's more important to you than I am. All right. So thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it was good. Thanks. So I think now we're going to do a little ceremonial dirt, maybe, or snow, perhaps. But Ed, I'll turn it back over to you. How do you want to coordinate this?
Yeah, we have shovels and hats here, but if anybody else wants to be in this photo op, we've got another 6 yellow ones. So if you can have Meg, Dave Eldridge, love to have you, Mike Line, who's helping run this project, of course, Kevin, the architect, the mayor, city councilor. Love to have Kelly Craig. She knows all of you here because she's done a great job selling these units.
Let's have somebody from each building. Let's have a 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
This lady's going to be a.